Hello, 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 and welcome. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday to ya. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness, I don't have my daughter's little angelic voice, but that's okay. I'm gonna make it work. All right, so who do we have in the chat? Let's welcome the people in the chat. I feel like I have something going on here. What is going on? Oh, I thought it was my earphone I saw in my ear. Do I have my earphone? No, I don't. All right. Well, I saw Mail to the B. I saw Simply Taisha, and I saw Miss Brenda when I came in earlier. So, how are you, ladies? Mail to the B is saying Happy Wednesday. Please like, share the live stream as you enter the chat. Thank you for that, Mail. Taisha is saying Happy Wednesday. She's driving, so she won't be able to participate, but she is listening. And Miss Brenda is coming in, doing what she does, and saying hello to everyone. We love that. We got Cookie. She says, holla. Cookie, you are too cool for school. Okay. I love that. But that's okay because you're doing it and doing it and doing it well. You got to come to Dee Dee's meetup because we got to sing that song. We got to sing a duet. We got to sing a duet. Do they have karaoke where we're going? I don't know, but we can make our own karaoke. How about that? All right, let's see. Okay, Mel is saying hello to everyone. Oh, and how are you? I feel like it's been so long. Mwah, mwah, mwah. How are you? What have you been up to? Geez, Louise. Let's see. She said, love that. Leave it up to Dee Dee to get us excited about hump day. Yes. And Mel, the funny thing is, I've been out of school for 2 days. So this is like the weekend is right around the corner. I mean, what do I have to be sad about? It's just all is good. All is good. Tomorrow is Thursday already. I cannot believe it. I mean, geez, Louise. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling real special and blessed that, my week flew by so fast. Okay, we got Keisha. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Look at Keisha. Okay, wait a minute. Now she hit us with the dress, the last profile change. Now she's like, girl, I'm slimming down. Look at that belly. She got on a belt with a white. You hit us with the white pants too. Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness. Keisha, I love that for you. You look so good. She is looking slim in the waist, not just in the face. Go, Keisha. Go, Keisha. Go, Keisha. I love that. You look so super cute. I love a good belt with a nice jean or slack. How about that? And I don't wear a lot of belts because this stomach is like, And I do have some belts I wear, but I'm not big on. And she has the shirt tucked in. Geez, Louise. Now, if you are a big girl, like when you can tuck in your shirt and your stomach still looks flat, I mean, it's just worth some confetti. Now, we might crash out, and if I go blank, that's okay. This confetti is worth it. All right, Keisha, let's give her some confetti. All right. Geez, Louise, I absolutely love that. Okay, very good. Oh, I just love a good profile pic. How about that? Uh, Cookie is so funny. I saw her comment. Never fear, my girl Nora is here. All right, I love that. Hey, Nora, how are you? Okay, hey, we have Mayor Mindy. We can't have a session without Mayor Mindy. We can have it, but it's just not the same. It's not the same. We love it, Mayor Mindy. How are you? Let's see. Okay. You guys are so funny how you greet each other. It's like, some of you guys remind me, remember, and I know he's passed on, but he was one of my faves on Cheers. Remember, Norm would come in and everybody be like, Norm. He'd be like, hey, he knew everybody. That's how some of you guys are. Yes, the mayor is here. We love that. Okay, did I miss anybody? Wait a minute. We got Gail. She says, hello, everyone. I hope all is well. Hey, Gail, how are you? All right, we're Pammy Whammy. How are you? Pammy Whammy. You are over there going live and doing all the things on your channel. I just love that for you. Very good. You said, is this the popular channel? I think it is. I think some people think I disappear from YouTube. I'm just not on as often with the live streams, but I am on Wednesday. This is going to be my staple night. Wednesday, love it, love it, love it. Let's see, Sweet Bee, how are you? Look at you. I love a good bun every time I see you. And then my daughter said tonight, Mom, I had to do my hair in a bun before I went to bed. I thought about you, Sweet Bee. I'm like, that is too funny. Tracy is up in the chat. Hey, Tracy. She says, hi, Diva family. Listen in while I finish my workout at Planet Fitness. We love a good workout. And look at you. You're diligent. You're doing it at night. I love that. Very good. All right. I do mine at night too when my daughter is asleep. It's just easier. She's not trying to tell me what to do and how to do it. I just love it. Okay. All right. Z, how are you? She says, hi, Dee. Hello, beautiful community. How are you, Z? Okay, did I miss anybody? I'm scrolling down. My purple bellflower, my twin. How are you? You know, I started to text you right before this live. I had to make sure I went to the bathroom a couple of times because that's how I am able to sit here. If anybody wonders, ask my daughter. I'm like forcing myself in here to like go at the last minute. But my daughter was around here singing, singing, singing. And it reminded me of you. I was like, oh my goodness, this little lady, she sang herself to sleep, I think. Andrea, how are you? Look at you. Look at that profile pic. The hair, the eyes, the lips. Oh my God. It looked like you have perfect teeth too. I love that. Look how cute. You look so happy. I love a good happy profile pic too. You are smiling and cheesing, as we say. Oh my goodness. She says, happy Wednesday. Love your head. Thank you. You know, it is freezing here. So, and the reason why you guys are probably thinking, does she have on the heat? Well, I have on the heat just enough. You know, they say you're supposed to sleep at 68 degrees, and I try to adhere to that. And I have on I have a heating blanket on my bed. My daughter has on this, she has this big, huge comforter. It's an Olaf comforter, but it's super thick. And so we like to bundle up. And I have I'm in my office, it's kind of small, but the heater is like where the vent is like right there where the heat comes out. So I have it on low. I don't even know. I think I might be on 66 degrees. Just because I don't want to get a hot flash. But if I get a hot flash, I'll take off this vest. But for right now, it's, helping. And then I have on socks and, I'm just ready. So what I love about, when it's cold is like you could put things on, but when it's hot, you can only take off so much. So I don't know about that. Keisha saying, thank you. You are so welcome. Rita, how are you? She says, hello, my beautiful GLP-1 family. I'm back for a 6-day cruise. Where did you go? That sounds so relaxing. Where did you go? What did you do? I love that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Michelle has joined us. Hello, Michelle's Mira. How are you? How are you? Okay, so I think I greeted everybody. If I left someone out, it was not purposeful. I just, I might have scrolled on by. That's okay. I'll come back. So I just want to, before we dive into the topic, because can you believe I am 100 GLP-1 injection shots in? How about that? So before we do that, I just kind of want to give you some reminders. We're going to dive into it. This is interactive. So I'm going to be asking questions and hopefully you got some good answers. Hopefully you got some good answers for me. So we shall see. All right. So first of all, I wanted to, remind you guys, go check out my video, 10 things to expect in your first 30 days on a GLP-1. And I made this video because I have two of my close girlfriends. One is they're both, I don't know. They're both like, everybody is a BFF. I feel like everybody is my BFF. These ladies are just hold me down. And so two of, my close girlfriends are taking a GLP-1. One is on Ozempic, and she's been on it for some months now. And I'm one of the few people that know. And then my other friend is, she just started maybe a week ago, a week and a half. So you know, of course, you know, she could call me anytime and ask me questions, but I thought I'm just gonna, you know, what would a newbie want to know? And so I made a video, and I was like, geez, oh man, I was just talking up a storm in there. It's like almost 30 minutes, but when you get time, listen to it. If you have some things that I left out, your symptoms, side effects, any of those things, put them in the comment section, because I want to help my friends out and everybody else too that watches. So that's that. So, you know, so go watch that video. I never drop a video on a Wednesday, but there's a reason why I did that. So I'm going to tell you why. So the reason why I did that is because I have an interview coming up on Friday. Normally I try to drop my videos, you know, Thursday, Friday, but I have an interview coming up. And the person I interview, if you're out there, don't say it's you. But who do you think it is? Who do you think my next interview is? I was so excited to interview my home girl, Mail to the B. So hopefully you're still watching that. She's dropping gems, but I have a new person I interviewed. Do you guys know who that it could possibly be? Who do you think? Let's see, let's see. Who do you guys, did you guys have any guesses? Who do you think I interviewed next? Does anybody know? Does anybody want to take a guess before I tell you? Nobody's taking a guess. Oh, is Miss Rita talking about where she went? Nobody has a guess about my next interview. No, going once, going twice, going three times. Nobody guessed. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. Oh my goodness, here we go. Wait a minute, wait, we got mail. Mail says Pammy Whammy. Oh. Mindy. Okay, all right. Okay. Um, Purple Bellflower. Oh my goodness. Hold up, Miss Brenda. Paul on Wheels. You guys are giving me some good people to contact here. How about that? Okay. Ooh, people are thinking it's Mayor Mindy. You know, Mayor Mindy and I did do an interview. We are due for a part 2, Mayor Mindy. So Mel, if it's Bellflower, we're not gonna tell you until the video drops. So you can forget that. Now I know I'm not gonna tell. I don't know if my twin will tell, but I won't tell. You know I won't tell. Taisha, no. I did interview Taisha already. Okay, all right. Joe, no. I did interview Joe already. All right. She says, not me, y'all. Okay, so let me just tell you guys. And somebody said it. It was Pammy Whammy. Look at this lady. I mean, 165 pounds on Zepbound. Look at her before. Look at her after. Oh my goodness. Life-changing surgery. I mean, geez, Louise, I cannot believe this lady. She lost a lot of weight. She lost a lot of weight. I mean, let me just tell you guys, I'm going to drop the video on Friday. That's my plan. But I'm kind of in a little bit of a what's the word? I don't know what the word is. I'm in a little bit of a dilemma because that interview was 2 hours. 2 hours. It was 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I told Pammy, I set it up that we're going to do 2 because I think that's a long time to sit and watch an interview. And I'm telling you, it was interesting. I know you've seen her interview probably other places, but there ain't no interview like a Dee Dee interview. So, you know, we were getting down to the nitty and the gritty of it all. Okay. So I may do it. I may split it up. So if you see that video and it's like an hour, it's going to part 2 coming. And I'll say that in the video if you watch. So I haven't decided because I really haven't edited it yet, did the editing yet. So we'll see, but I want to make it 2 because it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. I told her that's a record. I've never talked to somebody and had it on tape, on camera for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So it was a good one. I mean, 165 pounds. She had, she's she's no stranger to, to saying she wants surgery. She's gotten surgery. So we will talk, you will hear all about it. So I think I'm going to break that baby up though. So we might do a week and then another week, but I have some interviews on deck. So thank you for some of those ideas. At this point, I feel like, I just really want to talk to people, and I want to talk to everybody, but if you're a subscriber, I really want to talk to the subscribers. The subscribers don't really want to chat on camera, like an interview. So that's why I've been doing some of the content creators, but some of these content creators are everywhere. So you've seen them here, you've seen them there, you've seen them everywhere. And so unless I have like a different angle or something to say that I really want to know, I've just been kind of letting, things do what they do. But yeah, I mean, geez, Louise, so these subscribers, where are you? Come on and interview on my channel. And I know some people don't really like to do it. They don't really necessarily want to be on camera. So I respect that too. And I don't really, advertise or push hard. I just say it on here. You come on here or you don't. So I love that. I love that. But I have my eye on a couple of people that I'm working on getting an interview, and we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. All right. So now, ladies, and you know what? I also want to remind you guys to don't check out my girl. Don't sleep on my girl, Mel. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Mel to the B. Oh my goodness. I thought that was a great interview. Mel is just on point. You guys know what on point means? Like you're just hitting all those targets. That is Mel. She is just great. So if you want to go on there and hear about her health journey, how it started, how she ended up where she's at, you will just love it. I love the fact that she is like not unapologetic is what they call it, right? She's just doing what she does. And I tell Mel, we have a great connection because I love to luxuriate, and guess what? So does Mel. So now Mel says to me when we're talking, she's like, what are you about to do, DD? Luxuriate? I say, hey, you know it. So, okay, that's my girl, Mel. We got Pammy Whammy. And then this is the last thing. We're going to get to my 100 shots in. I'm going to show you guys how I'm looking and talk about where I'm at with the weight loss of it all. So the last thing I want to share is, my girl, Oprah. If you know me, I just love Oprah. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I'm a supporter, right? I'm going to support Oprah. I love Oprah. So Oprah, you guys know she has a book that came out. It's called Enough. This is the picture of it in white. So in my Didi's GLP-1 and Beyond, we're going to be having a book study. So if you want to join us, you could click on this little QR code. If you want to just join and come in the inner circle for just a month, because we're doing it for a month. We have MVP, our girl MVP is kind of leading the charge with this book club. And we're going to start February 1st. So that if you are interested, that gives you time to get the book. Now, I realize some people are going to be talking about the book, but we're going to be intimate talking about it. It's not a huge ton of folks. It could be more people, but that are in the club that we really haven't, interacted with as much. But we have a core group that's just very active, and you can be in there and be as active as you want or not. You want to be in there chilling. People are doing that. You want to be in there active. People are doing that. And so we're going to be meeting. Actually, we meet our Diva, Didi's GLP-1 and Beyond Inner Circle group. We have a Diva After Dark Pajama Jam on this Friday at 8:30. So we have that. And then starting February 1st, I believe that's, is that 2 Sundays from now? Yeah. No, actually, one Sunday. This month has gone by. So we have one more Sunday, and then the next Sunday after that is February 1st, and we're going to start our book club. So if you are interested, if you are interested in joining that, email me. I'm gonna put my email up. You could click on the link. We just, and I feel like that book, I know people are doing book studies. I feel like the book or book clubs or whatever people are doing, I feel like it's like intimate, some things that, Oprah talks about, you know, people may not feel necessarily comfortable about talking about that on a public kind of a platform. So, you know, if you want to talk about things and share things and get feedback, and, you know, just be in a girl group, you know, and men are welcome too. We, you know, we just don't have any. But guys are welcome too. So if you want like a more intimate, private discussion about the book, you know, join us. So yeah, so that's what that is. So I put the link up in there. If you are interested, again, you could just come for the month of February and bounce out. You don't have to stay for the, you know, you don't have to continue to stay in there. But I'm going to put that little put it up here. So it's this link is the same thing that's up in this corner. You see where that little QR code is with the duck, the mighty duck, I call it. So you can click on that. Email me though if you have any questions. I'm going to put my email up there if you want to send me an email and ask me about it. I keep saying I'm going to put something on my community tab, my community post, but my community post, I have stuff coming out every day just to kind of motivate people and keep people going. And I'm not the best promoter of stuff and, you know, all of that. So I have to work on that. But yeah, I have up there on my post what's important, keeping you guys thinking about, you know, your journey, your health journey, your weight loss, all the things that we talk about. And this week is a great week because every day this week I focused on the habit. So on Monday on my community post, go on there, let me know what you're eating for protein. On Tuesday, we were trying to get our water in. I must say I did that. On Monday, I did hit my protein to go because I got over 80, but I didn't get up to that 120. But I have I figured out a great breakfast that that could just really set me off for the rest of the day. So I'm going to be sharing that in a video. I've only done one food video. I don't really love those, but this I have to share. Like it's the secret I can't keep. And somebody else may be eating this way or having this combo of a breakfast that I have. But it works for me. So I finally recorded myself and I'm going to share that. And so it's today. I don't know. What was my post about today? I don't know. Keisha may know because she's up in there. Mel may know. I don't know. Some of you are so faithful on those community posts, making comments. Is Nia in here? Because Nia had a birthday. Let me know, Bellflower and Mel, if Nia or Jen come in here because they have birthdays. So I would love to sing happy birthday to either one of those ladies, both of those ladies, if they are in here. Okay, so did I put my email up there? I think I did. Yes. Excited to see the interview. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. Pammy Whammy. I just love her. And you know, another thing too is I'm a teacher. So these teachers out in the community catch my eye. I just, you know, I got a soft spot for a teacher because I am a teacher. Okay. Wait a minute. Somebody that's not a content creator is saying, okay, yeah, that's what I want, Sweet Pea. I want somebody just like that's not a content creator, that's just a subscriber. And I was gonna say, you know, because I think with the content creators, people kind of know your story a little bit. I don't know. Some folks have been interviewing here, there, and everywhere, and I feel like people know their story. But again, you know, I'm a little different, so you know, I try to come from a different angle, and yeah, people really get deep down up in it when we're interviewing. So I love that. Okay. So what are you guys saying? I'm skipping around. I'm skipping down. I'm skipping around. I'm skipping down. Okay. Now I can't premiere Pammy's interview like I did with Mail to the Bee. Not this first half. Maybe I'll do the second half because I will be, unless I do it on another day, I will be at the Diva After Dark in my GLP-1 inner circle group on Friday in my PJs. See, that's what I love about that group. I could be in my PJs and not have to be worried about on YouTube. Like my boss might run across and catch me on my PJs. Or, you know, one of my students might come, you know, scroll down and see, you know, their teacher in her PJs. And not that my PJs are risque, but you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, so I love that. So I will be in my PJs, but you know, it won't be like on YouTube. So I love that. Let's see. Okay, so let me tell you guys. First of all, this is my 100 GLP-1 injection. Can you believe that? 100 GLP-1 injection. And so I want to know for you, who knows this? What number are you? So I've taken my 100. I think I'm going on 101. Let me check my calendar up in here. Yes. So on the 18th, well, actually, I take mine on the 16th. On the 16th, that was my 100 injection. So yeah, I'm going into 101. So can you believe that? And my weight loss, I am exactly 82 pounds. I'm back to that 82. Remember, I had some, like a little turtle. I was inching along like a little turtle trying to win that race. And then I hit a snafu. I feel like December was a disastrous month for me. I mean, as far as losing. And then I kind of, kind of picked up a little bit, gained, and then I lost. And so I'm broke even. If you could understand that analogy, I'm like kind of back where I started from when I reached 82 pounds initially. So I'm kind of back where I started from. So I feel like this is kind of like going to be a refresh for me. But I just want to know from you guys, what injection are you on? So let's see. Does anybody? Mel, you you didn't see Brother Paul. I didn't see Brother Paul. Where is Brother Paul? He must be up some. I must have scrolled past past Brother Paul. Brother Paul, how are you? You says I will be a beginner. Yes, thank you. Very little weight loss so far and seeing that's okay. And see, that's the thing. I think we need all journeys. We don't just need, the nice thing is when you lose the big, weight loss. I mean, that's great to see. I would click on that too. But I'm telling you, if somebody only lost a little, I would also click on that because I would want to know, like, what is going on with that person, what's their story, how could we help them? Maybe it's something on there or maybe that's just your body and that's just how you're doing, or maybe you're comfortable at whatever weight loss you are. If somebody lost, when they lose those big amounts, when they say they lost fast, it kind of loses me because I'm thinking, how did you lose that much that fast? Like, I can't really relate to that. So it just depends on, I just think it's a spectrum out there for everybody to be able to relate to. So I love that. Now, Brenda says she has no idea. Miss Brenda, no idea. How about that? Okay, so Mayor Mindy says, tomorrow will be shot number 95 for me. Okay, all right, very good. 95, Mindy, awesome. Pam loved Mel's interview. Yes. So gorgeous, so insightful. The struggles you went through. Yes. And it makes you appreciate that the reason why she's where she is now in her mindset, because look how much she's been through. So that's why I always say, especially when you're not that you guys are, but you know how like you kind of look at somebody or you think you know who they are. Well, these interviews are very insightful because I think you really get to know the person. So that's my I guess that's the angle I'm coming from when I am interviewing. 115. Who let the dogs out? Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't know why I thought of that. That's like the big dog. 115. I love that. Sweet B, you're at 24. I love that. 24. Look at the variety we have here. 93. Look at that beauty. She's at 93. Okay. All right. Jamie, you're at 50. Oh my gosh. That's like a milestone, right? 50. I love that. Miss Brenda has no idea. Okay. All right. In a way, I kind of like that, Miss Brenda. It's like, you're taking it, you're just like easy breezy. Is that true? Or you just was like, I'm not tracking. Which is also easy breezy. Let's see who else is telling us. Okay. Oh, wait, Miss Rita went to Cozumel, Mexico, Belize. Oh, Costa Maya, Mexico. Oh my goodness. You must sponsor a downsizing diva cruise. Oh my goodness. I'll be battling with the downsize. Maybe we could do a joint venture. Sail the seas, unless I do it in a different season as them. But this is a fun fact. I have never been on a cruise. Never, never, never. I've never wanted to go on a cruise. So if I go on a cruise, I can see me going with a bunch of folks that I want to have fun too. So I think that would be cool. Geez, Louise, Cozumel, oh, Belize. Gosh, you went to some nice places. You definitely want to see Cookie interview. Cookie volunteer on the interview? Did I miss that? Uh, on purpose with Shanta. Look at you, beauty. Oh my, you know what? I'm just loving the hair. It's flowing. December was tough for me too. Been at a standstill since November. I'm okay with it. Yeah, you just kind of have to just ride it out. Keep doing what you do, and hopefully it'll pick back up for you. That's kind of how I was. But honestly, with me, I was grazing and doing things eating things I normally don't eat. I wasn't meal prepping. I was on the go. Did some emotional eating, but not like overeating, like when I'm indulging and just like I used to do, but just kind of like eating things and my cravings have come back. Remember I told you guys, now not food noise, because sometimes I can eat drink or these shakes fill me up. Like if I have a protein shake and then I drink water all the time, I am drinking water. My stomach is full from liquids. Like I remember one day last week, I was, how like you walk and you could feel like liquid move in your belly. I was to that point that I couldn't eat dinner. So I ended up eating something a little bit later. Like I think I ate an egg and something else, like little turkey crumbles I had. But yeah, it's just, yeah. So my cravings are back, but I don't have like that food noise where it's like I'm thinking about food all the time and food is consuming my thoughts and I'm, that kind of a food noise. But I do have the cravings, like wanting something sweet. And I think it's because I let it in there. Do you know what I'm saying? I think because in December I was eating and grazing on some sweet treats. And then, it's just like, I feel like now it just won't leave me. So I told my daughter, I said, we got to get rid of these sweet treats that she has for her lunch. And then once she finishes up with her little sweet treats, some of them I took to, because they had a sale and I let her buy, they had like 3 for $5 or something like that. It was whatever, it was a crazy sale. And so I ended up taking some to school today, passing it out to the kids for a snack. I had a bunch of like candy bars and all of that from Christmas. I ended up raffling those off today. So yeah, I just have to set my house up for success. You know what I'm saying? If I don't need it in there. Now before I could have it in here when I didn't have the cravings and walk right by it. Now it's like I'm tempted and I don't want to be tempted. So what should I do? The candy's not going to get up and walk out of the house. I'm going to have to get rid of it. So that's what I did today. So I told my daughter the stuff she has left, I don't even want it or wouldn't eat it, but I told her like, okay, once this leaves, that's it. We're going to be snacking on fruits and veggies, and she's here for it. She loves fruit. Most kids will eat what you put in front of them if they get hungry enough. Oh my goodness, you're mathematically challenged. You said you started April 19th. Oh, I'm sure somebody in there could figure that out. Maybe Miss Toy. Miss Toy. She's got it. She's got it. You're in the bushes, but you're here. Hey, Miss Toy. Okay, Miss Toy, how many injections have you taken, right? Because she's been on it for a while and lost over 100 pounds as well. 93 shots. Geez, Louise. You have you're ready. Mel. Mel has introduced people to that saying 10 toes down. Have you guys never? So a lot of people in the chat were saying, I say the chat, but the comment section were saying they never heard that saying. That's like, I guess that's in the Black community, like 10 toes down. And also, I'm standing on business. I think I say that. But yeah, Mel says, I'm standing 10 toes down. I believe her too. She will dig her heels in and she will advocate for herself. I love that. I love that about her. These doctors stand no chance with deep male to the beat. Oh, you got 103 injections. Wow. You're not tracking, Brenda says. I take it every Friday morning. Okay, that's great. Dee Dee's great adventure. Yes. Now, Mel is on my committee. Mel is the committee, her and Bellflower for the Dee Dee's meetup. So the next one, you guys, if you want to go on the cruise, you guys let me know. They're kind of in charge. Okay, let's see. I took my 80th shot. Jeez, Louise, congratulations. Wow, you said cookie volunteer. Okay, all right. Mel, can you get these names of these folks that's saying that? Because, when I get off this chat, I'm going to forget who said it. So we got Sweet Bee. I remember her. We got, who else said subscribers that want to interview? So we got Sweet Bee, We have, who else said it? Cookie. Okay, Cookie. Now, if I was the first person you ever came in their chat, you got to come and be the first. No, would you be the first subscriber interview? You might be. I have so many. I have a whole playlist of folks in the content creators, so you might be. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see who else. Oh, Ange. Cookie is not my. Oh my goodness. Cookie's like, don't volunteer me. All right, Cookie, that is too funny. You said, oh no. Okay, Cookie, that's okay because we're going to see each other at my meet and greet. Okay, shot number 94 is Ange. 94. Wow, that is awesome. Geez, Louise, you got some history up in here. Okay, all right. So you guys are experts. Is that my name twin? How are you? She says, hi, name twin and everyone. Cookie is camera shy. I'll meet y'all in person though. That's okay. I am kind of too. I am shy in person too. So we shall see. Okay. All right. Very good. So yeah, Mel. Anybody else, any other content creators, Mel, that said they would? People are saying hello to my girl Toy. Thank you, Mel. Don't be letting anybody record. No, we don't believe in that. No secret recordings at all. You said add your name. Oh, okay. All right. I love that. Okay, so yeah, Mel, anybody who wants to interview, Mel is and Mel says Shyware. Are you talking about me or Cookie? You said, okay, wait a minute. Okay. All right. Still, she's still gonna write your name down on purpose with Shanta. Okay, all right. All right, yeah. So I do, and that's all I've been doing is interviewing content creators. And it's so funny because some of the ones with a lot of subscribers, like the Countess, when I interviewed her, some of these people they watch you. So that's why I say, you might be a smaller content creator. Some of these big content creators are watching. They're just not up in the comment section. They're not always saying anything, but well, with me, they knew who I was. So yeah, and I guess so because they probably like, who is this black lady on 3 times a week live? I just love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my name twin. We're talking about what injection number you're on. So I'm on 100. So I'm going to share with you guys, and thank you. That kind of pulled me back. Doses of Shani, how are you? That kind of put me back and focused me on what we're doing. Okay, so I am 100 injections in, and I was thinking to myself, 100 injections in, like it just kind of made me think like some things I just kind of got wrong. I got a lot of things right on this journey, but I did get some things wrong. And the reason why you guys might be saying, well, why are you focusing on the things you got wrong? I think that's where you learn and that's where you grow. Mistakes and and I don't want to say the F word, failure. But when you have little bumps in the road, that's where the learning should happen for most of us. So some of us have bumps in the road, we keep bumping our head. Some of us learn from that. So some of the things that I got wrong is, and I think the whole internet except for us has this wrong. They think that the GLP-1 is going to do all the work. And I think when I first started, if I'm being honest with myself, I think I was thinking that, right? Because that's just kind of what I was told, like, do what I normally do, go about my way. And, it's going to suppress my appetite and that's it. And one of the things that I learned early on is that's not true. I think I learned that by the time I got to 5 milligrams, because I was thinking I was expecting more weight to come off. And it just was, to me, was kind of slow and slower than I wanted it to be. And I was just thinking like, in order to, see some results here, I'm going to have to start tracking my calories and make sure I'm in a calorie deficit. And that's one of the first things I did. And, I was used to it because I'm like a Weight Watchers all-star. I said I should have a key for all the weight I lost on Weight Watchers. The problem is I didn't lose it all at one time. I lost it, here, there, back and forth at Weight Watchers. And then, so yeah, and Weight Watchers is not lost on me. I think Weight Watchers has some good things going on. I think Weight Watchers is making a comeback. So, and they're making a comeback with the GLP-1, not against the GLP-1. So that's what I got wrong. So what habit, so, let me know, has there been something with you guys that has been, Miss Brenda, you just threw me off with that comment. What in the what? 499 times 100 shots, $49,900. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. Let's put this up for Eli Lilly. Oh my God. That is a lot of money. Jeez Louise. So somebody, I mean, I guess if you really think about it, somebody has spent that much. Now I'm going to play the devil's advocate. Now, am I paying that much? Absolutely not. But I'm going to ask you, Miss Brenda, has it been worth it to you to spend that much money bettering your health? Has that been worth it to you? Yes or no in the comments. I would love to know. Yeah. Okay. All right, Toy. I was thinking about Weight Watchers and maybe going back to Weight Watchers. But Weight Watchers is just, I want to talk about it one day. I've had some not so good experiences. I overheard this lady making comments at Weight Watchers, and that kind of turned me off. Now I realize everybody is not like that, but this lady is at the place that I go to, and I would still have to see her. And the comment she was making, it was just like, she doesn't really need to work there. I should have really spoke up and said something, but I hate to be the person that's responsible for getting somebody like fired or like missing money from their job. So I didn't really say anything, but yeah, geez, Louise. Okay. It feels like a gazillion shots. Okay. All right. You plan to join your Sunday forum? Okay. All right. Well, look on this what do you call that, Shay? Look on that QR code. You could click that QR code and it'll take you right there. So yeah, if you want to be a part of our book study, just come in. Like I said, you could come in for a month, and then if you want to bounce after the book club, you can. But we would, we just want to support, and I haven't really put it out there in like the outer internet. I've just kind of been keeping it in the GLP-1. And I like having like people that I know in there that you just are comfortable talking around and talking to. So I've been kind of keeping it a little bit low key. I'm paying that much, 100%. Yes, I can. Okay, very good. So we love that. So I'm paying that much, 100%. Yes, and I can use my hand. Yeah, I remember that you saying. So this medication has been life-changing. So, I'm so glad you put that in perspective, because I know people that complain when, my medication went up. I was paying for 3 months, $25, and it went up, obviously with my insurance coverage, and it went up. So now for 3 months, I pay $120. And at first I was annoyed, but then I started to think about, like, what am I saying? All these people, it's relative to your situation. Now that was an increase, but when I see somebody like you paying that, it's like, I feel like, how dare I even, complain? So, oh my goodness, Miss Brenda, we're going to give you some confetti for that. I mean, geez, Louise, talk about putting your money where your mouth is. Here you go, Miss Brenda. We love that for you. We love that for you. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to talk about the Weight Watchers of it all. That's going to be a topic I'm going to have to do, but I have to come at it in a different way. Okay, all right. So I love that for you, Miss Toy. Miss Toy. She's got it. She's got it. I have to always sing that song. Okay, so that's the first thing I got wrong. When I first started, I was thinking like, okay, this medication is gonna do the work for me. And nobody told me different. Now I just thought my appetite was gonna be suppressed. And I think you learn fast that, hey lady, that's not true. You gotta get into work. The second thing that I got wrong is I was thinking faster weight loss meant better, right? I really was. I thought when I started, I was just thinking like to myself, like, I'm going to lose this weight so fast. This is what I was thinking, because I was on YouTube and I was seeing all these people that were, losing. I was seeing all these people that were losing, and I thought that's gonna be me. And I pictured myself like 6 months out because I started in February, so I pictured myself like into the summer. Did anybody else do that, or was that me? Did anybody else think that they were gonna lose weight super fast when they took the medicine, or did you actually lose super fast? I mean, were you one of those people that lost super fast? The real MVP. How are you? Okay. She says, lost track of time. We'll catch up. All right. We are glad you are here. So Miss Brenda was pulling my leg, was she? Okay. All right, Miss Brenda. But somebody out there though is doing that. That is the truth. It might not be you, but somebody out there. I know a ton of people who pay some people were paying $650. Remember when it was $650? Then it went down to $550. Some people are paying that price every month. So it's a real thing. Okay, so Shay says she pays $75 for 3 months away. See, that's what I was doing at first, and then it went up to $120. So yeah. Ruth, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, okay. Well, what is Brenda? Did I miss Miss Brenda when she cleared that up? Wait. I had no use of my hands for 4 months. I couldn't brush my hair until I started the GLP-1 meds. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Okay. 124 times 4. Oh my goodness. Mel is helping us with the math. Let's see. When I first started, okay, very good. When I first started, I thought I was going to lose 109. What, Shay? Did you really? Jeez, Louise. My doc said 1 to 2 pounds a week was good. Okay, really? Okay, all right, and that is good. And it's lower than that, like a half a pound even. It's good. Oh, it's so funny. Those people, people have been talking about that. What's that machine that we've been talking about? The one where you brush yourself all over, you oil yourself up. What's it called? The cavitation machine, Bellflower. What's that called? These people have been interviewing me. I think they're watching me right now. Hi, what's their name? I'm not good with these names. I think they are actually watching me. They just sent me an email about a video making, promoting that thing. I'm not doing that. Not right now. That's something I would have to do to me when I like slim down some more. But yeah, so it's just so funny because I heard different people talking about that on their lives, and they've been all up in these GLP-1 streets trying to get people to promote that. Jeez Louise. Yeah. I was like, who is that with this long email? And it's them. Okay, so yeah. Okay, Toy said, me too. I thought I was going to be sexy by the first summer, but it took me 2 summers. I love that. Oh my goodness. Miss Brenda is Barb from Math on YouTube from this day forward. Okay, Mel got her together. I certainly wanted to be on that fast responder train, but alas, it was not my destiny, and that's okay. That is okay. I think that's okay. Miss Toy, yes, 2 summers. That is a win. I love that. I just got 100 pounds. Dun 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 dun. Hey, dun 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 dun. Shay, dun 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 dun. Hey, dun 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 dun. Shay. All right, we got to give you some confetti. How awesome! Now, are you at goal? I think you're at your goal, then, right? Are you in maintenance? I want to say you're in maintenance. Jeez, Louise. All right, Shay. How awesome is that? You go, Shay. Jeez, Louise. I just love that. You thought 20 pounds a month go away in 9 months. I was wrong. Oh my goodness, that is too funny. Are you talking about Weight Watchers? Um, Shay, and people are saying congratulations to Shay. You pay out of pocket, Shawnee. See here, Shawnee is somebody paying out of pocket. Okay, very good. Okay, so it took you 2 years too. It was slower the first year for me. Then once I got on 10 milligrams, you lost 4 to 8 pounds a month. Wow, Pam, yeah, you did a great job. You guys, I mean, you really got to stay tuned for this lady and her interview. I got to look at this before and after. I mean, geez, Louise, like who loses 165 pounds? Who does? I mean, I know Mia. We know Mia in our community. Mia has lost, it might be 165 at this point. But I mean, geez, Louise, I told her she has a story to tell. I was on there trying to give her advice. Like, but I can tell you're starting to take it. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It just wasn't going in one ear and out the other. I love that. All right, very good. So Ruth says I paid 650 from August to December. I got my first box this year for what? See, look at somebody on here paying those prices. Geez, Louise, and let me ask you, Ruth, has it been worth it? What would you say? Oh my goodness. That is amazing. I'm going to give you some confetti. I mean, geez, Louise, I just think that's such a great commitment to your health. And let me ask you, so if you're paying out of pocket, does that motivate you to like be on the straight and narrow? Because if you know, and I'm saying, you know, because sometimes people say like, oh, I eat eight. So my philosophy is 80-20. 80% of the time I'm consistent doing all the things. 20% of the time I'm not. You know, I'm doing, you know, a snack here, or maybe on the weekends I might indulge in something. So yeah, so that's kind of my philosophy. It has been as I'm going on. And sometimes, you know, when I had this, when I'm on the struggle bus, like in December, when that, you know, whole December was a December to remember. And so, you know, then I'm more like 65-35, I would say, you know, still the majority though of doing the things, because the medication just checks that for me. But is it worth it? You know, do you feel like you wish you would have gone faster? Like I would think if I was paying that much a month, I would think I would want to go fast, because I would want to hurry up and then be on that lowest dose where you pay the least amount. You know, I eat at least that, because I don't know about going off of it. Besides Mel to the B, is anybody off the medication in here? And Mel's been doing, if you watch her interview, she talks about that. So if you haven't checked out Mel's interview, you need to go back and check that out. I remembered my first summer, I thought I was looking good. Then later I saw pictures. Nope. What was thought I was looking? My belly was still sticking out. Plus I had a big hernia. Yeah, geez, Louise, but that's okay because you got that all taken care of. Pictures will give you a wake-up call. I will say that. Like if you don't have like a young kid that's telling you the truth, because these kids will tell you what's really going on. If you don't have a young kid that's just going to tell you the facts of it all, then I would say the next best thing is just looking at pictures of yourself, and just think about, it keeps me in check to be here on these videos, because sometimes I think I look slim and trim and sometimes I think I don't. But then when I go back and look at a video, or, you know, it might run across my timeline from like months ago, I'm like, wow, what a difference, right? So yeah, I think that's great. So it also record yourself. You don't have to post it on YouTube, but I think that video is great too, like a great visual for you to see of yourself. All right, so what are you guys saying? You pay out of pocket. Brenda pays out of pocket the $4.99. Let's see. No, did Ruth say something and I missed hers? I didn't see Ruth. Okay, wait a minute. Shay says, I've reached maintenance and I'll be posting a pic soon. I am now. Yes, I remember that was your goal. And I thought I heard you say that somewhere else, that you were in maintenance, but I was like, okay, did I hear or see wrong? Okay, so very good. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so Mel is asking Ruth, have you considered the vials? Okay. Miss Brenda, we know she's paying out of pocket. All right. Pam says, I haven't been able to go up to 7.5 because I can't get a hold of my doctor without paying for a visit. So I think I will start losing more when I do. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So Nora says she thinks you're trying to go up. I didn't have an expectation of how much weight I would lose going into it. I was just excited to get my health in check. And you have done an excellent, excellent job. Like, cheers to you. Let's give her some confetti as well. My girl Ange is doing it and doing it. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, all right. Let's see. Okay, she said not 2 summers to get sexy, Toy. You looking good, girl. Toy is over there doing it and doing it and doing it well. Hi everyone. Sorry I'm late. Oh, you missed. So we're talking about Chi Chi, we're talking about what injection are you is this number for you? I'm at 100. What number are you? And we're talking about did you expect, because I thought I would come into this journey and just lose like, all my weight in 6 months. Did you think that? What was your expectation? Um, Darium, King Darium, how are you? We're talking about King Darium. What number injection is this for you? If you would be so kind to tell us. Doses of Shani, 30 shots in, 79 pounds down, and the money I spent is well worth it. All right, very good. Shani, we love that. Love it, love it, love it. And you are looking good. You are looking good. So nobody has regretted that I've ever interacted with as so far that had to pay. 20 likes and now it's 44 watching. Please hit the like. Thank you. Yes, like the live. We appreciate that. I'm using the Lily discount card. 2026 price for the pen. It's $4.99. Jeez Louise, that's still up there to me. Okay, all right. So you said you have 220. Are you saying 20 pounds to lose? Or are you saying you have, I'm guessing you're saying 20 pounds to lose. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see. What are you guys saying? Okay, you said I've been doing all the things since the first day, but I am not a fast responder at all. I've lost 44 pounds. I average 0.5 pounds weekly. I just stay consistent and still grateful for my health. Yes. And so I'm glad you said that because really it's about the health of it all. Let's give her some confetti. Great job. Great job. I love it. And I love how you didn't say I've only lost, because we talked about that, not saying only and embracing however much that is for you. And I love that you are staying healthy. And you know what? You're on a health journey. I want more of us to be thinking of it in that way. When I first started, it was all about losing weight. I really wasn't thinking about a health journey until I got my first DEXA scan. And when I got that first DEXA scan, I thought, geez, oh man, like so much is going on in my body besides your labs. I think that DEXA scan is the next most important thing you can do in addition to, the weight, right? So I think the labs, I think obviously the scale, is important, just as a marker. But I think that the labs, your DEXA scan, and then the scale, and then measurements. And I took measurements at the very beginning. So if you're a newbie out there watching, take those measurements. And I haven't been doing all along. So when I get to my 2-year anniversary, I'm going to be sharing what those measurements are. So I do have that baseline. I did everything day one, right? And so I have that. That's good data. But I haven't been keeping it up. And I think on my next 70 I want to lose, I think I'm going to say to myself on my 2nd anniversary that I'm going to step up the data collection of it all and just being more consistent with my measurements. If I do them monthly, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to make extra work for myself. So I'm not like, I don't weigh in every day and record it. I weigh in once a week, and then I weigh in on Friday. I mean, I take my injection on Friday. I don't care what day I take my injection. I, weigh in on Sunday. And people were asking me, you don't weigh in the same day as your injection? No. And if you really research what the research says, really the most accurate, data point for your weight you could get is 2 days after your injection. So if I'm taking my injection on Friday, Sunday really is the best day for me to weigh in. If you take your injection on a Wednesday, Friday is the best day. I don't know who out there in the GLP-1 community said take your injection the same day as you weigh in. And maybe you saw a content creator do that, but I would like to look at what the research tells you to do. And that's what the research says. Like weigh in a couple of days because that's when the medicine is kicking in. That's when everything is kind of settling from that injection. So how dare I say, check me. Go and look it up for yourself. So here we go. Oh, Toy, Miss Toy. She says 550. That's why I extend my shots. Now it's 499, but it's still high. Yes, yes, yes. Jeez, Louise. And I don't think you will regret it. You have regretted it at all. But I'll still ask, is that has that been a great investment for you? Because really it's an investment in your health. And I feel like if you're going to pay for like these fancy cruises and vacations, and I'm just saying cruise because Miss Rita just been on a fancy cruise, and I'm saying, so people are paying for things like that. I think your health is also something that should be worth it. So we love that. I am officially paying out of pocket as of today. I have 2 more MAC 10s that the insurance paid for. No, Paul. And so, Paul, what is the reason why your insurance is not covering you? Jeez, Louise, I'm annoyed by that. I was motivated even when insurance paid for it because I was like, this might not last forever. This man outlasts forever. Okay, yeah. Very good. And I'm motivated too, but I do think that when you're paying out of pocket, I think it might be for me that extra little push in my mind, like, geez, oh man, like I'm paying so much money. But I'm sure people still are motivated and have their things going on too. What are we sorry to hear from Nora? Did I miss that? Dare I go up? Oh, about your doctor. Okay. I'm trying to scroll up here. Child, the pictures of it all. Yes, yes, yes. And Miss Toy is saying, Mel, your interview was great. And Brother Paul, is there a reason your insurance is not covering now? What reason did they give? It's Darium, we call TT Trucker. Darium. Okay, people are saying hello. Okay, so you're seeing your PCP in 2 weeks. I want to discuss doing my injection every 2 weeks to save money. Okay, you have to let us know how that goes. Yeah, it's just so expensive. Oh, Chichi, you pay out of pocket $3.99 a month. I like the vials. Okay, very good. Okay, so you do like the vials. All right. Twin is reminding us to like this live. Thank you. Absolutely. Wait a minute. 650 a month. I was on the straight and narrow. I stayed intermittent fasting and on keto and strength training. Okay. Oh, okay. You titrated up at the hint of a star. So you were fortunate. It all worked out. Steady weight loss. Wow. So because I think I think you lost, not fast, but I feel like you lost, like, I don't know. Did you lose? For some reason, I want to say, I think that's what I was thinking about. I thought you lost 90 pounds in like 9 months. Am I off by that? Or 80 pounds in 8 months? Or 70 pounds in 7 months? Am I off with that, MVP? Okay. All right. She said I titrated up at the hint of a saw. I know that's right. See, I think I would be like that too. If I had to pay out of pocket, I think I would even be 80-20. I would be on that male plan. 90-10, if that. Mel, I'll have to watch the video. I plan on titrating. Okay. So she wants to know, Mel, how it's going for you. Okay. All right. JC Calamity Jane. She says, good evening, Dee mods and all. Cooking but listening. Oh, thank you. Thank you for listening. Oh, look at their profile pic. Looking good. You guys in these profile pics are everything. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I figured that was titrated up. I'm at injection 47. I'll do 48 this Friday. Okay, very good. So a lot of us are deep in it. Okay, so Mel saying you seem very steady. Okay, very good. Miss Brenda, you have 220 pounds to lose total. You're not gonna be so small. Jeez Louise, are you sure about that? With how much better I feel, not gaining an average of 5 pounds a month and spending less on food is so worth the money. Yes. Now that's a good point, Sweet Bee, because you probably save it in other ways, right? I would think so too. I love that. That's a great point. Thanks for circling that back around. We love that. All right, very good. Let's see. What about let's see. Did I skip down? I probably skipped down. 116 injections, 29 months. Okay, very good. Let's see. Brenda, do you mean you have 220 more? Miss Brenda, I don't know if you could lose 220 more. I'm on week 27. I thought it would go a little faster, but honestly, I've heard it's better to lose slower. I would be devastated if I lost my hair from losing too much too fast. Yes. And they do say it is better for your metabolism, for your hormones, the health of it all to lose a little bit slower. Okay, very good. Okay, so Shay is saying, is anyone interested? Is anyone interested in the Wegovy pill due to the high cost you're paying for the meds you're on now? Oh, good question. Is anybody interested in that Wegovy pill? I'm taking my 74th shot tonight before. Wow, very good. I love that. Okay, all right. So, okay, Miss Brenda, 220 pounds. Okay, you're down 93 pounds. So whatever is she said, Mel with the math. Yeah, that is a good question. So would anybody go on the Wegovy pill to save money or a Forglipron when it comes out? 28 shots in, 67.4 pounds, and 23.4% loss. Most important total, your daily insulin needs down by 50%. Is it worth it? You said yes. I'm going to say absolutely. Also, change pharmaceutical benefits manager January 1st. So now more cost effective. Okay, very good. We love that for you. So is it where you weren't paying out of pocket, right? So you got even a better discount when you switch to somebody else. I love that. Very good stats. We got to give confetti. Very good. Not just the weight loss, but it's just the percentage of it all. We love it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right, Miss Brenda. I hope you do monthly front and side pics and video measurements. And wait so that you could go back and see the progression. Yes, the video. And she's a content creator, so she'll have herself on camera to look at. Okay. So you say, I take mine same day. My stats look good to me, so I keep it simple. Okay. What do you mean? You take your injection the same day as your shot? Probably, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But if you want to know what the research says, I'm just telling you what the research says. But I feel like whatever works for you is, what you've been successful at is what you should do. And another thing I wasn't realizing too, JC and everybody, is that people were saying, like, people who weigh every day, when they're reporting out, some of these people are saying they're reporting out their lowest weight of the week. Like, what's up with that? Like, wouldn't you report out the day you weighed in? Because if that's the case, I should be saying I'm 90 pounds down. Because some days I've got on the scale midweek and it was lower than I was on that actual Sunday. So I didn't realize people were doing that. And so, yeah, that's interesting. Um, okay, all right. But again, if that's what you're doing, I say do you. Whatever works for you, it's just, it doesn't matter. I'm sticking to what I'm doing. I agree. My way is that factual. This is what the researchers show. It shows when they weighed in a bunch of folks. Now you could be special and different and unique, and it could not apply to you. But I'm just telling you what the research is saying. That 2 days after your shot is 2 days after your injection is probably going to be your lowest weight out of those weeks. But again, you might be different, right? Everybody else is red. You might be green. I mean, it is what it is. Okay, name twin. I have gotten down from 12.5 to 10. Very good. I don't weigh in on injection day either. Okay, very good, very good. Yeah, I don't know who started that. Like somebody started that, and I think they think it's a thing. And I was like, gosh, all these people are doing, it's just so opposite of what the research is saying, but that's okay. That's okay. I didn't get, and let me just clear that up because I don't want to act like I'm just knowing. I didn't research. I just thought I always weigh in when I went to Weight Watchers, wherever. I always weighed in on a Saturday or a Sunday. That was like the start of my new week in my mind. So I always went to Weight Watchers on a Saturday or either a Sunday because I couldn't go, obviously, during the week with the full-time job. And I didn't want to go and weigh in after I ate you know, for all day and go into the evening times. So I would go Saturday, Sunday. So that's why I weigh in every, you know, Saturday or Sunday. So since I've been on this journey, I just chose Sunday because it's just, you know, it just works. So yeah, normally I would have chose Saturday, but you know, I just chose Sunday. I don't really have a special reason why. But when I saw the research, I thought it just kind of confirmed for me. And I used to take my injection. I started off taking my injection on a Saturday, and I thought once, and this is so true, once I moved my injection day farther away from when I was weighing in, I didn't see like as much of a weight loss that quickly. So I do think it's, even with me, it rings true. So I don't know. But I say, whatever you've been doing, you got to keep it up. Okay. She said the best money is spent, well spent. Very good. Um, Wait, does Brother Paul have a new profile pic and it got nearby me? Yes, Beverly, how are you? She says, late to the party. I forgot. Hope I didn't miss much. No, indeedy, I missed a lot. I'm going to have to catch the beginning of the replay. Bev, of course, you are looking gorgeous. Wait a minute. Did I miss Paul's profile pic? Jeez, Louise. Paul, you got to say something so I can find it again. I'm scrolling up and wait a minute. Wait, Paulie Paul, Brother Paul. There you go. Looking handsome. Paul, you are just the coolest. You are the coolest, okay? I mean, what else can you say? Oh my goodness. I know. I cannot believe that Paul is paying out of pocket. Jeez, Louise. You had to tell us that story. You probably did, and I have to find it. Okay, so Tracy says she remembers thinking it probably wouldn't work for me. Never would have guessed I'd lose 150 pounds and be in the best health I've had in decades. So grateful. You've lost 150 pounds. Jeez, Louise. Oh my goodness. Go Tracy, go Tracy, go Tracy, 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 go Tracy, go Tracy. I love it, love it, love it. Jeez, Louise. I mean, you guys are not playing around. Oh my goodness. Excellent. Okay, so she says, I think JC says, I think for me, I can chase a weight all week. Wednesday, I lost from the week before. Friday, I lost from Wednesday. Monday, I lost from Friday. Then it's Wednesday again. I'm just like wham once and on to the next. I love that because, yeah, that's why I don't weigh every day. My mind just mentally will not let me do it. But, you know, I mean, what are you going to do? Geez, Louise. Oh, my goodness. People are saying, Tracy, just amazing. I don't get people wearing completely clothed and several times a day. I weigh first thing in the morning after using the restroom and no clothes. That's the true weight. Me too. That's me too. In my birthday suit. You say you even take your earrings off. Well, I don't take these babies off. They're so little. I don't have anything hanging down. So that's why I don't take mine off. Okay, what is King Darium saying? The biggest issue you all have is choosing a way day. You're having a great experience. Oh, if the biggest issue, yeah, yeah. I agree. I would agree. I agree. Pammy Whammy, I'm going to give this some thought. It's a good idea, but I'm lazy. Okay, so my number 3, the third thing I got wrong. So we talked about the couple of things. So my number 3 thing I got wrong is you know what? For some reason, I thought the medication is going to get used to my system and not me get used to the medication. And I thought my side effects were going to, which is really what's the constipation and fatigue. I thought eventually it would just kind of wear down. Like, you know, how the medication kind of wears down, you know, once you get on a dose and, you know, after a while you need to titrate up. Well, that never happened until I got on 10. 12 and a half, I used to have constipation just like clockwork. When I got on 12 and a half, right, that second day when I'm about to take some medication for it, I start to go. It just happens. I mean, and I feel like I've gone just like easy breezy on this 12.5. But when I was on 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, that constipation was kicking in. And I thought, the longer you stay on it, it would improve. Well, that really didn't happen. Now, one constant thing I've had the whole time is I've had fatigue. And sometimes a little bit of something going on in my back. And I had arthritis in my back before I started. So I don't know, and I don't know if some of the exercises I'm doing and if I'm doing them in the correct form, because one of the things that they did for my arthritis is I was going to, what do you call that? Physical therapy. And they were giving me work to do with the resistance bands. And then, I graduated out of that. My back was fine. And then now it's kind of flaring up, I could tell again. So, it's like I need to get back into that. But I say to myself, like, I hope the weights of it all doesn't, I'm not doing something to my back. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, I thought the side effects. So I want to know from you guys, what side effects are you having? Like, if you had to say, what is your peskiest side effect? If you have one. Some people may not have side effects, but if you have one that's just pesky, like if you could get rid of it tomorrow, what would it be? For me, it would be constipation. I would just get rid of that. The little bit I do have now, because it's pretty much, not a big deal on 12.5. But I could do without that. And, dare I say this, but is your poop super hard? Like, my poop is hard to the point where I take Colace when, sometimes when I feel like I need to. And I'm like, this is hard as a brick. Like, I could literally like knock somebody. So is that me or is that you guys too? Like, let's do the poop check. Da, 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 da. Sunday weigh-ins, butterball in the morning. I love that. You said I was at an event this past weekend and everyone kept saying I look small, but they agree I look good. I'm currently 180 pounds. My goal is 170. I look slimmer because I strength train 3 times weekly. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Very good. Yes. Good for you. I love the strength training of it all. Let's give her some confetti. It's nice to get compliments, especially it's like your hard work is paying off. All right. Oh, my sorority sister. She says, yes, I thought I'd lose 30 pounds in 6 months. I lost 6 pounds in the first month. 61 shots in now, off for 2 months because of cost. When I restarted, I was able to get there. It's that starter pack with orderly meds, $449 for 3 months. All right. Very good. We love that. Very good. So you got back on it. Okay. And do you have a goal, Sora, that you want to lose? Is there a goal for you? um down the road. I love that you were able to get back on. And you know what? I bet you're going to lose because I feel like when you take a break, I've heard people say it. I have not taken a 2-month break, but I feel like when you take a break and start back, you could kind of be starting because 2 months is long enough for the medication to be out of your system. So it'll be interesting to see how that works for you. All right, Bev, I'm on shot 65. I started out like a gangbuster and then slowed down. And it's been dragging in since October. Started fasting, stopped eating by 8, breakfast 12 noon. Next day, the scale is moving again. Well, Bev, yes. Well, we've talked many a day about Bev in this stall she was in. So we love that. Okay, all right, very good. She said she started out like gangbusters. See, you didn't quit. You hung in there. I love that. The patience of it all. So you talked to your nutritionist about it. We decided for me to try the fast. First week of fasting, I lost 1.4. The second week, you lost 2.23. Wow. And the third week of fasting, you lost 1.0. Okay, so you are doing that. Very good. I love that for you. Geez, Louise. Wait, let me give you some confetti. Bev, this is so huge for you. Geez, Louise. Okay, all right, all right. So it looks like I'm giving cookie confetti. She says, Ruth, you do you. If you want to lose another 10, go for it. I'm sure you look great either way, but I go for what would make me happy versus what the people are saying. I love that. Very good. All right, so JC is saying 7. I'm not sure what that 7 means. I'm sorry. What does that mean? Fatigue. Okay, that's the biggest one you would get rid of. The constipation of it all. Yes. Sleep for me and feeling tired, and I'm taking lots of vitamins. Very good. Me too. Never had constipation on Zepbound, but I had bad constipation on Wegovy. Oh my goodness. Fatigue is another one. Fatigue might be my second one. I just don't like the constipation, even though it's not even a thing, but I just don't like it. I don't like the fact that I'm not going every day. Oh, let's not forget the constipation, but I have my art and a lot of stuff to help get you going. Okay, all right. The burping. See, I've never had that. The first 24 to 48 hours are the worst. Okay, so you take magnesium citrate. Okay, and I take the glucinate, or is that how you pronounce it? Glucinate. Diarrhea, Nora, no man. The pesky side effect of fatigue. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, fatigue, another fatigue, a lot of fatigue. That's good to know, Shay. I plan to talk to my doctor about switching to Zepbound. Okay, very good. Sweet pea. Okay. You'll have to let us know. We'll have to interview if you could switch and then let us know the difference. That would really be interesting. Changing my food. Changing my food change. Oh, I love that. She's so blunt with it. I love that. But fatigue when I titrated up was the thing, but then it went away as I acclimated to the new dose. I would make sure I ate more to help. Okay, very good. So when you titrated up, okay, very good. Fatigue. All right. Well, yeah, getting acclimated to the new dose, that's a thing, isn't it? Changing my food changed the I don't have issues and only take Mago 7 a couple days per month just to make sure I'm good. Preventative. Okay, very good. Yes, I love that. I'm glad the scale is moving. Yes, Bev was struggling for a minute. Your BM is hard when you had constipation along the way when I don't get enough hydration, but so much better now that I added magnesium, more fiber, and some bread. Okay, very good, Pam. I don't really have any side effects. Itchy circle around the injection site for 2 to 5 days after the shot is a little annoying, but Benadryl cream cures it. Now I got that, Mindy, only one time when I first started taking 12.5. With no other injection did I get it. And it's only when I do it in my belly, but it hasn't been happening here recently. So it's interesting how these side effects work. Paula, she says, hi, everybody. Super late. It's been a day. It has been a day. All right. People are saying hello. Let's see. Okay. Very good. You thought you deleted that? Hi, Grant. How are you? Grant says, I weigh myself daily after a show. You weigh yourself daily. Now, are you weighing in the morning or are you weighing? So I'm thinking you're taking a shower in the morning. At least, are you on an empty stomach? Are you down to your, are you down to the bare bottoms of it all? Jeez Louise. Who is cold all the time on Zepbound? You know what? I used to be, and now these hot flashes have taken over. That was so funny. I didn't read it. But I was like, I wonder if she meant to put this. That was tickled me. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is the coldest I've ever been in my life, Ben. Oh, you said you're colder now. Well, when you're thinner and losing weight, you're going to be more cold anyway. You don't have that fat that's keeping you a little heated. I started on Wegovy and side effects were bad. Changed to Zepbound and all the side effects were gone except fatigue. But to be fair, I was experiencing fatigue before I started the GLP-1s because of your autoimmune disorder. Okay, very good. We love that. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna scroll down. Ooh, Paula, what is Paula saying? She says, okay, wait. MVP says she is cold. It's a pesky side effect. Change to Express Scripts. Now they are making me wait to get my mounjaro. No. Now what are they making you wait for? Because I use it. Do I use? I think I use Express Scripts. Yes, I do. Okay, so what are they making you wait for? Okay, so that was my number 3. My number four things, I have five things that I got wrong. So I'm going to do a little recap. So my number one was the GLP-1s would do most of the work. You know, when I first started, I just thought, take that injection. It'll suppress my appetite. I'll be easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I realized really quick that, no, lady, you got to be in a calorie deficit, right? And also, you know, I thought faster weight loss meant better. And I thought I was going to be at my goal in 6 months. We know that's not true. I thought the side effects, the more I took it, I thought the side effects would kind of ease up. New dose, new side effects sometimes. But really, I've had the same consistent too. Constipation, which has eased up a lot, and fatigue. So those are the consistent two. And then another thing that I got wrong is I thought the scale was going to always reflect my effort. And I realized, no, you know, you could be doing all the things, and I mean literally all the things, and still not lose. And what I had to do in those instances was tweak what I was doing even more. Like, so that could mean eating more and seeing if that helped, or cutting back more and seeing if that helped. That could be, you know, and usually exercise, burning off more is going to probably help kick that up, if in my case at least. Drinking a little bit more water, backing up from some of the electrolytes, like a lot of the different things you could tweak. And then I just started focusing on the non-scale victory. So on my channel, you know, I like to be educational, but I also love the message of slow and steady. I call myself the slow and steady queen. And I'm consistent most of the time. I would say 80-20 when I'm doing great. When I'm not doing great, it's probably more like 75-25. My disastrous December, I'm going to give myself a 65-35. But I'm consistent, you know, for the most part, you know, but in December, I slacked off with the eating, the exercise, just all the things. I was just so overwhelmed with so much going on and so much to do, and just grief and all of that. So, yeah, so it's just, I feel like I'm just kind of like finding my way back to, you know, where I'm supposed to be. So I learned to rely on like the labs and the DEXA scans, and my clothes. Really, my clothes is the best thing that has really helped me see how far I come. Looking at myself in videos, looking at myself in pictures, you know, that sort of thing. So I kind of have learned to, you know, lean on that. So of course, you know, I'm gonna ask you, it wouldn't be Downsizing Diva if I didn't ask you, like, what non-scale victory are you the most proud of? Is there a non-scale victory? And Mel, I want you to answer this question too. What non-scale victory are you the most proud of? And I'm gonna say for me, if you're out there watching, we have 50 people watching. What's your best non-scale victory? If you just had one that you just was like, this is what's up, right? If I don't do anything else, I'm glad this has happened. And I'm gonna say for me, what is it? I think it's like sitting, I just remember myself, I remember myself going to that doctor's office with my daughter. And, you know, sometimes they have like those little chairs that are like two people can sit on it. And I don't know, somebody told me it's for something else. I don't know. Every time I go in there, two or three people are sitting on the little bench. But even the chairs, like some of those chairs are oversized. So like, you know, so me and my daughter could both fit in it. And I remember a time where it just could be me. She had to have her own seat. And now, not the one that's made for two or three people, but the one that's made for one person, her and I both can sit in there. And I just think that is so cool. That is such a great non-scale victory for me. And also, you know, when we go out to a restaurant, I used to have to like, you know how like when you go to a restaurant booth, they have the booths that just like are platted, you know, like stuck to the ground. And then they have the booths that you could slide. And I always was hoping like, oh gosh, you know, now some of the restaurants you just know, but I was always hoping I was going to sit at the table where I could push back because, you know, I needed more space, especially for these big boobies. And so now I don't have to do that. I could just go in and I have so much room. And that's just such a good feeling because I think situations like that are embarrassing or can be embarrassing. And for me, anyway, I'll speak for myself. And when you are a bigger person, I felt like people were watching to see like if you were going to sit in the seat. So those are the two. That one with my daughter. So we went to Disney and some of the rides, we would get in there and we would fit in there. But like now when I go back, I just know I'm gonna have a totally different experience. So I love that for myself. I really do. All right. So what are you guys saying? What are you proud of? I want to hear, if I were to say like, what are you proud of with Dee Dee? People, it'd be so many things in here in the chat. And when you tell people to, give themselves some kudos, some people just are more reserved. So I want you to like do your humble brag. I want to know. And I'm going to give people confetti at the very end. Let's see. All right, Paula. Paula is talking about her Express Scripts. You put yourself in timeout. Ah! Come back, twin. Come back. Okay, so you were fatigued and cold the day after the shot. Used to be a thing, but taking what's that? Carotene plus the B12 shots or Lipo B plus B12 has been helping with those side effects. Okay, very good. Okay, all right. Okay, very good. So I'm going to scroll down here. This journey with perimenopause has taught me that I can control my input, but not the outcome. My body's going to do what she wants. So just take care of her the best I can and enjoy myself. You know what? I love that. I love that for you. All right. Yeah, Mel, because you know what? I'm going to give you some confetti for that, Sweet Bee. I love that. I feel like that's going to be less, that's like a easy breezy, less stressful approach. And I love that for you, Sweet Bee. I love that. Okay, Mel says I'm the teacher. Yes, because I know, Mel, you're in here like talking to folks and doing what you do, and you won't answer. Or you might forget to answer. So, but I would love to hear you say what your non-skill victory is. Let's see. Okay, so Mayor Mindy says, proud of my A1C going from 10.9 to 4.6. It saved your life. Absolutely. Excellent job. Excellent job. I love that. Okay, Mindy, I love it. Also proud of myself for not giving up on myself. I'm proud of all of us. Yes, the mayor has spoken. We love that. To warm up, we have to drive 2 hours. Okay, all right, Pam, you come in with that comment. I'm sorry. Paula, okay. The only issue I had with mounjaro is that I had to finish my Ozempic. Okay. All right. So Grant says, being an Eastern guy, I forgot how diverse that state is in temperatures. I'll take that over 8 degrees. Yes. In Ohio, it's probably, what is the temperature right now? What is this temp? It's been super cold here. And you notice I still have on my vest. I haven't sweated. Okay, it's snowing here. Okay. It's 33. It feels like 19 degrees. Oh, geez, Louise. Oh my goodness. Okay. Being able to walk and be less active and be active with less pain. I love that, Sweet Bee. Very good. The fact that I no longer stop breathing in my sleep. Life-saving, non-skill victory. Excellent. Non-scale victory, most of my victories are not rooted in the scale. I'll say the body composition of it all, looking cut and healthy. Very good, very good. Male, that's great. A1C has gone down from 5.2 to 5.3, but that's the lowest. Okay, very good. Okay, Paula, your best non-scale victory, people seeing you and doing a double take. Isn't that so cool? All right, very good. I am lighter and stronger. I can move quicker. I don't have pain like I used to. That's my non-scale victory. I love that. I'm really feeling my quad muscles so strong and feeling like robo legs getting around so easily. Isn't that great? Another non-scale victory is getting it to a size 12. Oh, that's my next goal. I love that. A 12 from a 20. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I mean, geez, Louise. Shay, yes, everything you said is the best feeling ever. Okay, very good, MVP. Cookie says, best non-scale victory for me is increase in confidence. I love that. I love that. Very good. That is key. Grant, you are so right. I take 48 over 8 degrees for sure. So I'm sorry. I think I need to be sure I retire in a place that is 65 to 75 degrees. Too funny. All right, people are saying hello to each other. Let's see. Ooh, Darium said, I have finally, his non-skill victory, I have finally found the courage to put myself first in my life. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I love that. And a lot of people, I think, on this journey are realizing how important that is. And, the great, you know, analogy is you can't pour from an empty cup, right? You just got to kind of remember that. My non-skill victory is fitting in the seat of an airplane and not using a seatbelt extender, going into the restaurant, and I can fit in a regular booth with the loss of the majority of my inflammation. Very good, especially your face. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. All right. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. All right. Yeah. So many great things. I love that. All right. So the last thing that I don't think I know that I thought was that my mindset was going to be changed totally by this medication. And I'm going to be honest with you. My mindset has changed, but it's moments when I lose that steam. Like, so when they say, motivation is not just the driver, you need something else. And I don't want to call it discipline because I feel like discipline is a great word, but we've made it diet culture for whatever reason. And so I'm going to go with like systems and routines. And, I'm structured. I like a system. I like a routine. I like things organized and planned out. And if I don't have that, I'm not going to make it. I'm just not going to make it on this journey in my life. You know how like I'm one of those people, when I take something off a shelf, I put it back on the shelf where I got it. If there are days when I don't do that and it's like, oh my gosh, I got to get everything back organized. So my weight loss is a lot like that. And I thought, even though the food noise is quieted down, when the times when it has snuck back up and I ended up titrating up, like how I ended up from 10 to 12.5. That was it. My food noise was coming back. The cravings were back, not just the cravings, the food noise. And it was just, I just felt like it wasn't really working. Like I had, outlived that dose, And so I just thought when I started this medication, hey, it's working with my brain. My brain's is going to be like in the, and take off this weight zone no matter what. And that hasn't always been the case for me. It really hasn't. It's just been sort of a mind shift. And what I know is that healing your mindset is very intentional. It's like something you got to make a habit to do it. It's not something that's just going to happen. And for some people, it could be, coming on YouTube. Like a lot of the YouTube content creators, this is kind of like our therapy. It can be in a way. And for some people, it's going to require a professional therapist because, emotional healing and just even if you have never been through trauma, just imagine. I always say, if you were somebody like that was 400 or 300 pounds, unless you were that weight, it's kind of hard to maybe visualize, but maybe you felt this, even when you were at your heaviest, whatever it is. But people really do look at you. People really do look at you like you're less than. They really do. And it's like a different look because think about it. I'm a Black woman. And, sometimes people, there are people out there who think that you're Black, you're less than. I have been around people who didn't want to be around Black people and kind of had to be around Black people and hated it. I didn't get the same even look and feeling from them that I have gotten from people when I was 300 and plus pounds. I mean, people being, discriminated against you based on weight is just a whole nother issue. And I think it's because people consider it like a moral failure. I really do think that. I think people think that, you could help yourself. They know being Black, like you were born Black, right? It's really nothing you could do about it. I mean, some people manage to try to change their color though, but I mean, seriously, if you're born a certain way, you're born a certain color, it's nothing you could do about it. But people think that your weight, you're choosing to be that way. You're choosing to be overweight. You're choosing to be, dare I say, FAT. You're choosing to be to have bad eating habits. People think that you're making that choice. And so you made that choice, you deal with it. It's kind of like you made your bed, you lay in it. And so I think that there's no other kind of discrimination like it is being overweight. It's just something to see. And you can see the difference. Like some people, I've been around since I've, slimmed down, and I've been slimmer than I am now before. And so I'm curious to see when I even get down even further how people would treat me. But I have noticed a difference in how some people have interacted with me that, and how they interacted before. It's just interesting. And it kind of makes me sad because, it's just like, I just can't imagine like going out and feeling, judged or looked at for being less than everywhere you go, anywhere you go. Because I mean, I felt that way in a room with everybody that was my same color. I felt that way in a room where, people were different, races, nationalities, and everything. So it's just kind of universal. You're treated a certain kind of way. So, I'm hoping that this book, this Oprah, enough book, I'm hoping that she's going to open up more conversation. I'm hoping with all these GOP meds, and, I was telling, two of the ladies today that I bet you I've noticed like some of those football players and basketball players are slimming down, and they have a little bit more pep in their step. And I bet you Charles Barkley has told those guys about mounjaro, Ozempic, Zepbound, and Wegovy, and I bet you they're taking it, and that inflammation is off their knees, baby. And they're probably floating, feeling good. I'm gonna have to take this off because now I'm getting hot. So so I bet you they're feeling good, looking good, and having another pep in their step because they are taking, that GLP-1 injection. And so so we're going to see a lot of, I think, changing for the positive, and it might take, I would say maybe another year or so, but everybody's going to be taking this medication. Everybody's going to be dipping and dabbing into it. And and I just, I think it's going to be a shift. And I'm a kind of a positive thinker, but I could kind of see it. And I think I know I've heard that they're studying these medications. We already know for the comorbidities of it all, your heart, your liver, addictions and stuff. But I think they're going to be studying it for fatigue and your joints and just so many other things. And, your private parts are going to be coming up in there. And that's already been talked about, right? Because we know that if you're a woman and you don't want to, have children, any more children, you got to be careful because there's a such thing as the Ozempic baby. So I think all that stuff is going to come out and be studied, and it's just really going to change the game. When I was in Target the other day, and I had some gift cards, so I went up in Target. I haven't been in Target in so long, and I had some gift cards. I using these gift cards. When I tell you everything was GLP-1 friendly, it just was, I'm like, what in the world? I haven't seen the word protein and so much in one place in my life. I said, what is going on? They had the word protein up more than the DEXA scan folks. So I said, now this is a sight to see. I did take pictures of it, but I don't think I'll post it. So anyway, I just think these medications are life changing, and I'm just so glad to be a part of it. I'm so glad, that I am on here sharing my story and my journey with you guys. And I feel like I'm kind of like need to do a little bit of a reset. And I have started kind of trying to do a little bit of a reset, like trying to figure out like, where do I go from here? Because I'm back at 82. So like I'm back where I'm back at my highest weight loss, and I just kind of want to, kick it up a notch, right? Without cutting my calories, without, starving myself. But yeah, I just want to do something different. So I'm like in the process of trying to figure out for me what that looks like. So, because I'm like on the second half of my journey. So yeah. And then the hormones of it all, it's just so much. I got so much going on. It's not even funny. Grant says he can fit into his son's clothes. Now I don't know if I ever be able to fit to my daughter's clothes, but geez, Louise, I love that. I love that. All right, so Mel said it best. Congratulations to everyone. Let me give you guys some confetti. All right, all right, all right. All right, happy Deltaversary. I didn't say that. Did you see that post, Ava, that I put up? I put up a post. You're saying you're hoping for 7 to 8 pounds to do more strength training, constipation, and periodic fatigue isn't Isn't every shot. No rhyme or reason to it. Yeah, isn't that interesting? All right, very good. A lot of the non-scale victories were awesome. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, it very inspirational. I love that. Okay, all right. Being able to multitask, like walking on the treadmill and wearing the red light therapy. My non-scale victories. I launched my book I've been working on forever. Okay, what is your book about, Shanta? What's the name of it? What's it about? And where can we get it if we're interested? Let's see. Let's see. All right. All right. Very good. I love that. So I'm going to give everybody, did I give everybody confetti? I can't remember. Did I? I don't know, but we'll give everybody some confetti. Okay, here we go. Shanta, put that information in there. I love that for you. We are changing the world, the way people see themselves. A large population, generation of adults taking back their power, getting power that they never had, and demonstrating for the next generation. And I love the way you said that, Mel. Getting power back that they never had, which unfortunately, that is true. But I just think that we got to keep it going. We got to keep it going here. And I think we have to, try to be the best examples we could be, but that doesn't mean being perfect, right? We're going to make mistakes, but I think we have to remember that we're here for health, right? We're here for health. We're here for inspiration. We're here for motivation. So certainly when you come to my channel, hopefully you are getting that, and you guys are motivating me absolutely 110%. And we just have to kind of be that for each other. And if you're in maintenance, we hear people gain weight back in maintenance. So I'm glad that people that in maintenance, and I hope you do this too, Shay. I hope you stick around and you are, still coming and being part of these lives and still being involved in the community, because anything that you kind of bring attention to, it develops, right? Like if you focus on something, it's going to develop, grow into something. When you take your mind and put it on something else, that other thing kind of falls to the wayside. And we don't want people in we and we don't want people in the we don't want people to do that. We don't want people that's in maintenance to, feel like, okay, well, I'm in maintenance. Or even Mel, and Mel said she had, has not been taking the medication. And I don't want people to try to make her feel like she's not a part of this community. And I'm not saying that they do, but I'm thinking, that mindset is out there like, oh, well, you're not one of us. Yes, you are. Because I feel like once you've had this experience, you're going to always have this experience. And who knows, you might end up back on the medication. It might be a super low dose. You might end up, you might end up taking the pill, right? Going from the injection to the pill. They may come out with something else that's not an injection. It could be a gel, who knows? Like, just like we take our hormones, it could be. So there are so many things on the spectrum there. So we just all just kind of have to just stick together. Okay. So what are you guys saying? Oh, you're a cheerleader for therapy. If you need it, use it. If you don't. Yes, yes, yes. And that's it. That's all, right? That's it. That's all. If you need it, use it. If you don't, and and shouldn't say most, but I know a lot of insurance companies that have and some of your jobs may have like free insurance hours that you get so many hours of insurance. Check your insurance out, because most companies have that. Now, I could be wrong, but everybody I know who I asked said, oh yeah, I checked into it and my insurance did have like 10 hours or 5 hours or one session, whatever it is, and if it's free, take advantage of it. If you don't have to pay for it, I would definitely take advantage of it, especially if you had some sort of trauma or a loss that you need to deal with. And some people, I'm just going to thank God, knock on wood, that I have people I could call at 3 a.m. if I need to just talk and work through some things. But everybody doesn't have that. Everybody doesn't have that. Some people, live with people and still don't feel comfortable doing that. And some people don't have that at all. So I would check your insurance and see if you have free hours of coverage, because not for nothing, we always think that therapy is needed if you just had a traumatic incident. Therapy could be needed if you were, teased as a kid on the playground, or if you were made to feel less than, in your family out of all your siblings. It's so many things that aren't like the whole, they're not what we would call like where it's so severe that you just can't function. You can only get over it with the therapist. Some people have other things, that it's just, I always say it's nice to talk to somebody and get a nice perspective, a different perspective. Thank you, beautiful Black woman. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Well said, Dee Dee. Thank you. The non-scale victory of it all. Truly, the best part of this journey makes all the effort, time, and money worth it. And absolutely, you are paying out the pocket. So I give you a lot of credit. You did that. You did that. Non-scale victories is your normal blood pressure, no longer pre-diabetic, no more knee pain and back pains. I work out, I lift weights well, I can run on the treadmill. You feel and you look great. You can go on and on. I'm grateful. Excellent. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to say, when, you said all of that, I wanted to say too, when you're a pre-diabetic, I know some people at first were like gatekeeping these medications and thought like, oh my gosh, if you're not obese. I've heard a couple of content creators kind of say this too when they first came on this platform, like this medication is for people that are obese or morbidly obese. And sure, it is. But it also, why are we not wanting to prevent people from being obese? Because if somebody would have stopped before I became obese, I wouldn't be here. Oh, too bad I wouldn't be here, but I wouldn't be here. I would, have been in much better health, shape. So let's stop thinking you got to wait till it's like, it's too late almost. Let's catch things before they happen. Let's be proactive. And so let's, if you had that thought in your mind, let's open up your mind to like people who, are on the, because just think, what if somebody would have had this medication and caught before you became obese and morbidly obese? So I guess I'm thinking about it from that perspective too. And luckily the medication isn't scarce, so we don't have to have those discussions. Now it's a case of too many people trying to duplicate and replicate the medication. So yeah, so I love that. I think that we have to start thinking like, let's kind of stop this before it gets out of control. It really is out of control with our country and the weight and how many people are considered obese. So let's get that under control. Pre-diabetic, diabetic, overweight, whatever we want to call it, let's prevent it. So true. Less than, okay, yes. Very good. Thank you, Nora. Then people think if you're fat, it's because you're weak and don't care about yourself. So why do they care about you? Yeah, unfortunately, people do think that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yes, me too, MVP. We in this community need to be careful not to cast those aspersions on those within our community. Some of us treat folks in larger bodies less than stellar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you think people are treating people in our own community that way? Do you think that? I don't know if I've seen that, but I don't know. Um, well, you know what? I will say there is a content creator that I have seen people in her chat telling her what to eat and that she's gaining weight because what she's eating. That sort of thing. Are you talking about that? But I also think like, if you're on here telling your story and I guess to me, it depends on how you're saying something. So if I came here today and I said, oh, I weighed in and I gained 3 pounds. I don't know why I gained 3 pounds. The scale's not moving. And I said, but I ate some Chick-fil-A tortilla chicken soup. I had some fries. Yesterday I had some gumbo. The day before that, I had some ice cream. Now, I would expect to see somebody saying, well, Downsizing Diva, maybe you shouldn't have eaten that Chick-fil-A soup. Now, in the back of my mind, guess what? I don't care what anybody says. You shouldn't have been eating that chicken soup with all that sodium. It's going to bring stuff to the scale. So I get that. I think it's all in how you say it and how you say it. Now, some people are going to be offended no matter what you say. It just doesn't matter. But I think to be on YouTube, you kind of have to have a hard skin, a tough skin, because people are going to say things that are So kind of, it's innocent to them, it's going to be hurtful to you. And I think that's where intention comes in. So I don't know. I'm not really I'm not on channels where I'm seeing people tear each other down. So I don't really know. Everywhere I go, people are just like giving each other credit and props, but I'm not all over. Darium, you're everywhere. So that could be the difference, too. Has anyone lost friends because of your success? I have. Yeah, I still have lost that one. Is this Marlene with the twin? Has anybody else experienced losing friends because of success? A non-scale victory for me comes from the fact that mounjaro is addressing my non-alcoholic liver disease and my kidney disease. Marlene, that is awesome. Now, are you Marlene that has the twin? Am I confusing you? That is awesome. We gotta give you some confetti for that. That is excellent, excellent, excellent. Very good, very good. Okay, I love that. Love that, love that. Okay, let's see. A smaller body before, and definitely agree I was treated better in a smaller body. It's unfortunate, but people do. Wow, Paul, that is so sad. That means you were not friends to begin with, and but sometimes God have us on a journey not to have our friends come along. Did I miss that when Paul said that? I must have missed that. Did I scroll down too much? I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Oh, okay. Dee Dee, I'm going to send you my book release. All of you touching things on talk about synergy. Yeah, you can come on here and talk about your book. What is your book about? Send it to me and we'll talk about it. How I can help support you. I love that. I've been invited to more things and a lot more attention and conversation since you lost the weight. Very good. Isn't that, I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's just how the world is. I also like what I heard a doctor say on Oprah, which was if you want to be less judged, we need to judge ourselves less. I've tried to take that in as well. Yeah, and that reminds me of the person who is offended because now they look smaller and they're getting compliments and they're saying, well, it's uncomfortable to get compliments. And so it's almost like, again, a person who you can't win with, right? Because on one hand, they longed for compliments for so long, and you give them a compliment, and then they're thinking, well, what was that? What did I look like before? And I think a person who has that perspective is probably has some healing to do and just needs to build their confidence is what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. But for me, I know what I looked like before. I don't think I was looking so good. I think I was cute, but I think I was like bloated, super bloated. Do I think I was ugly, deserved to be mistreated, super fat and all that? No, but I do know I was bloated. I looked different, from how people were used to seeing me. So I get that part of it. Am I offended? No, I take the compliment all day long. So I don't get it, but I'm one of those people that I don't really easily get offended either. So, take that what I say with a grain of salt. Everybody has to, be okay with what they're doing. So it's 10:29. Let me see if anybody else on here. Let's see. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a second. Kidney disease was at stage 4. Now you're at a stage 3. Wow. I love that. So it improved your kidneys. I also heard somebody else said it improved their kidneys. I saw protein Pop-Tarts too. I'm telling you, that protein is everywhere. Have a good Target run. They have so much good protein stuff in there lately. Yes, and there was a boycott. Dare I say, am I allowed to say that? On Target, and I hadn't been at Target, but I had some good gift cards. I finally said, I'm releasing these. But I did buy some Tabitha Brown stuff with my gift cards. If you don't know Tab, you got to get to know Tab. Okay, protein. Oh, you had to do a double take. Yeah, Starbucks. Yeah, adding stuff to their drink. I mean, everybody. Okay. Your book is Becoming Me From Survival to Self on Amazon. Also, the Transformation Journal. Okay, so email me and so I can see it. Send me an email. My email is in this description of the video. If Melly Mel has a chance, or Nicole, can one of you ladies put my email in there so she could click on that? Remember everyone? Okay, yeah. Yeah, percentage of protein versus calorie. Yeah, everything, because it's not protein. It's just like, yeah, there it's, it's all a I'm gonna say, I remember, if you watch, I had this video where I talk about my food meal prep, and it did really well. Like that video, I don't know why I didn't keep making them like Grays. I just stopped. It's a lot of work for me to make a video about what I'm eating, because my camera is not all that. Plus, I don't want folks all up in my kitchen like that. So, but I made one here recently, what I've eaten video here, because I was off for a couple of days. So I thought, oh, this is a good opportunity. But anyway, one of the things I like to do is meal prep with Chipotle. So I buy two Chipotle bowls and I split them into four. So that lasts me Monday through Friday at Thursday at lunch, and then Friday I just have to come up with something for lunch, right? So I saw Round Mile RMZ, my brother Round Mile, and he had this, he's like trying this protein Chipotle bowl. So I have always called them a protein bowl, because you can get double the chicken and all of that. But I'm thinking I'm going in there and I'm thinking I'm going to get something special. So I go in there and it's the same thing. They just packaged it as a protein, which is smart, right, on their part. And I hold some Chipotle stock. So whatever you need to do to bring that stock up, Chipotle. So Chipotle, I'm like, what in the world? So they had it up there, and they said, I wanted to say, it said chicken, a serving of chicken. It might have been 32 grams of protein, and then double your serving is 64 grams of protein. Now, I always get double chicken because, but mind you, I'm not getting 64 because I split it in half. That's actually what my lunch is, a half of a Chipotle bowl. And I have beans on it tomorrow too. So that's a little extra boost of fiber and some protein. And so I just said, these people are so funny. They didn't have anything different, anything new, anything extra. They just called it a protein bowl. And people are going to buy it because they're curious, especially if you don't go to Chipotle. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to Chipotle. So excellent Chipotle. I'm sure you got some extra customers. We're going to see what that stock is looking like when you report earnings, because that was a clever thing to do. And so many people are going to be doing that, trying to just capitalize on all things GLP-1. So I always say we are the pioneers. How do you guys feel to be the pioneers? How do you feel? Because I think if you would have volunteered for something a couple years ago, like somebody said, oh, we got this going on, would you ever do it? People probably would be like, no, are you crazy? I would never do that. I'm one of those people, and now I'm a pioneer. So I just plan to be looking back at myself a year from now, either at my goal weight or almost near my goal weight, and just thinking like, boy, what a journey we all have been on. So with that said, I was like, I looked up and it was like 52 people watching. Now 10 people has said, good night, lady. So I'm going to get off of here too, because I have to get up and go to work in the morning. Anybody saying anything that I missed? Let's see. Did I miss anything? All right. Taisha said, Mail to the B is showing us that it is absolutely possible for someone to come off the meds and be successful, especially if you continue with your lifestyle changes. Not me, but it's possible for some. Yes. And Taisha, isn't that what I always used to say? Remember, I used to say that, like, I think it can be done, and let people get off and see if they can do it. If they can do it, and if they can't, they'll be right back on. I know Mel, if something happens, Mel's gonna be right back on the medication, and I don't blame her. But for right now, she is doing great, and I am, not surprised, because like we say, she's doing is on point. When I say on point, that means all the things. Geez, Louise Cookie, you didn't know about those Pop-Tarts. If somebody tries those Pop-Tarts, now I'm not a Pop-Tart fan, but if somebody tries those Pop-Tarts, let me know. I could just imagine what they're filled with, because even the regular ones aren't that great. So yeah. Okay. Okay. If they're not gonna kick you off. Oh, Paula, if they kick you off, come join our DD support group. We'll support you. The private group. And I say private, but it's not exclusive where you can't be in it. It's not that. I just say private because we're not on YouTube saying things. It's just more of, like a smaller group. So that's what I mean by private. Let's see. Let's see. Taisha, I remember you asking the question, what will you do if you can't get the medication? I remember that. Thank you for your wise words. Yeah, yeah. And you're going to have to go to those lifestyle changes, right? And try to hold on until you think it's, something else comes up, or, that just will be what you're doing from here on out. I never thought about people or being mistreated. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It is. And I say that too, I think sometimes when people think like you're a cute girl or you look a certain way, or, you're called cute or whatever, gain weight, that cuteness, people still think you are cute, but they still will sure mistreat you. A1C down 14.8. Jeez, Louise. And so now you're in maintenance, holding at a 5.0. I mean, geez, Louise, you have saved your life, literally. That is excellent, excellent, excellent. Marlene, did you tell me are you the twin are you the one that has a twin sister, or am I totally off? Let's see. And you were teased a lot. When I was thin, I was teased a lot by heavier people. Yes. And I'm going to tell you, I just kind of distance myself from, but I have this friend, and when we were growing up, she was always very pretty girl, but she was always super thin. And I was always thick. Now, I wasn't like overweight, fat, but I was overweight. I guess technically I probably was over, but I had all the curves, like the guys, like bam, 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 right? And she was just like up and down, straight up and down. And she would always get teased about her weight. And so when I started picking up weight as I got into my college years, she would say it's just as hurtful, because I would tell her some of my experiences when I started picking up weight, maybe toward the end of college, I started picking up weight. And to the point where it was just, like uncomfortable and all of that. And she would tell me that it's the same. And I would be like, we would go back and forth. No, it's not the same. Being thin, it's not the same as being bigger. But once I really, I ended up going to Detroit, and we sat down and face to face, because I'm in Ohio, she's in Detroit now. And so we had a face to face, and she just broke down. I mean, that's when I like got it. I thought, and it's hard to get it when you're not experiencing that. So I don't never tell people what their experiences are and how something is going to make them feel. But I know several people who said people being teased about how thin they were was just as bad as being thick. Now, this is a funny thing, because my brother always said, and I was one of those girls, all the girls, bam, 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 in high school now are fat. And all the girls that had no shape and were sticks, now they are like proportion and bam, bam, bam. So it's just so funny. And he is so right. A lot of those girls that were all proportioned out and had everything early, they are kind of chunky. And the ones that, now he used that word, I did not use that word. And the ones that were, they really have a lot of curves. Now they are curving it out. So it just goes to show you, I just say appreciate what you have. But it's hard when kids and people are teasing and teasing and teasing, right? And a lot of the teasing is what's driving these kids. I told you guys the story about people teasing my daughter about her hair. Her hair looks nice every day. If she doesn't do it, I do it. Like her, how sometimes kids don't comb their hair every day necessarily. Well, my daughter, we comb her hair every day. Her hair is you guys have seen her, her hair. People tease her about her hair. And it's like, geez, Louise, and I want to tell her, you got haters early on, but I don't say that. I don't say that, but even her, she's being teased. So now these kids are ruthless. You got to really teach your kids, and it's hard to teach them if you don't have it, but you really got to teach your kids to have self-esteem. Like, I don't care what anybody says. You got to be so confident about what you got going on that no matter what they say, you're not broken. And that's hard to learn. That's hard to teach, but I don't really care what anybody says. I honestly don't. Now, you could come on here saying you're fat, you're ugly, your cheeks are this or that. I'm going to be saying, okay, thank you. I'm all right with that. I wouldn't even be on this camera if I was so worried about how I looked and what was going on. Now, do I care how I present myself? Absolutely. But I do have confidence where it's going to be hard to shut me down. It really just is. It's going to be hard to hurt my feelings about how I look and all that, because I'm just not that invested in it. I'm really not. But somebody who is, that might tear them apart. And this is how I feel today. Now, I could slim all the way down and my clavicles showing. I want my clavicle to show. I want that neck bone of it all. So I might get down to where that neck bone is really showing and popping out, and somebody might get on here and say, you look this way or that way, and I might crumble. I might call Simply Taisha and say, what is going? It's just, I don't see myself doing that, but it could happen. It could happen. And if that were to happen, I'm just going to deal with it then. But I think you got to have some self-esteem. You got to keep it moving. You got to think that you are the best you can be. And you got to be happy with that. And just think, God gave you the looks that you have and what you got going on. And if God gave it to you, how could that be wrong? How could that be wrong? That's how I tell my daughter that God gave you this. How could it be? She hasn't been able to give me a good answer yet. She said it's not. Well, then let's go with that. So, yeah. So I want you guys to take that out there with you. Take some confidence out there with you. If you lost weight, walk with some confidence, even if you don't feel it. Sometimes you got to talk yourself into the right thing to do. Sometimes you got to talk yourself into how you feel. I'm not crazy about everything I'm looking at in this camera, but guess what? It's okay. It's okay. So I want more people to be confident. That was kind of my Friday lives. I started talking about the confidence of it all. And I'm a really big believer in just being confident, because if you can't pump yourself up, you can't rely on everybody else to do it. They're just not going to do it. So I'm going to pump you up. You come in this live, you want to pick me up, I'm going to pick you up. Okay, well, I gotta go to work in the morning. It is 10:40. Round of that. Did you hear me talking about you? Talking about the Chipotle bowl of it all. So yeah, so I just love that. I love that. I love that you guys came on here tonight. You kind of worked with me through all I have going on. If you could see, I'm having a hot flash, so I need to get it. Now, I don't know if it's a hot flash, Mel. I think I just got the lights. I got lights. I got the lights, the camera, the action of it all. I said I was gonna show you what I'm looking like. This probably is not the best outfit because it's not fitting what I'm looking like. So I don't know. This probably wasn't the best one. I have to get something that's fitting, because I want you guys to see when I'm trying to chisel and bring it in. That's my goal. The only thing about this shirt is it has you can see my skin. It's not all the way connected, kind of. But yeah. So yeah, and you know what? That's another thing. When I was a big girl, I'm gonna do something with the clothing too. Because when I was 300 pounds, I'm telling you, I had some nice clothes, and I can't fit them all. I'm planning on bringing them to some of the clothes to the Didi's meetup. But no matter what size you are, you could just look good. You got to kind of feel confident though in whatever you got going on, and that's what people lack. It's not that they don't got it. Like I tell Miss Toy. She's got it. She's got it. That's because Miss Toy is confident. You could tell she is confident. Somebody told her, dare I say this, but somebody told Miss Toy on her live the other day that she had a big forehead. She had a troll in there. And they told her she had a big forehead. You know what she said? She said, you're right, I do. She said, but I heard pretty girls have big foreheads. And I just love that. I loved how she took that troll and just kind of turned his world upside down. So that's kind of what you have to do. You got to just kind of, turn these haters into lovers. You got to turn these haters around. How about that? So Miss Toy, if you're listening, that was so cool. My daughter's school is calling. Now, are they calling off school? Dare I answer? Okay, I'm not going to answer. But are they calling off school tomorrow? Is it that cold? I don't know why they be calling. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait a second. This is breaking. Louise. My daughter's going to be so upset. Oh Oh, this is so funny. I love that she loves to go to school. Like, let's keep this going into the middle school and high school years because she cries when she can't go to school. So now she had to go to my school with me tomorrow. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness gracious. She's gonna be so excited about that, but I'm not. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right. Let me get off this live stream. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys in the next video. I will see you in the next video. Check out the video. Watch out for Pam on Friday. Go if you want to do the Oprah. If anybody's interested in doing that Oprah book club, here we go. Don't forget. Ah, what are you doing? My daughter got up. Jeez, Louise. Okay, all right, okay. So anybody interested in that book club, click on that QR code. The month of February, we're going to be taking that book and talking about it and just seeing what's going on. All right, love you guys. Have a good night. Anybody I didn't get to your comment, sorry about that. Have a good night. I'm scrolling. I had to scroll all the way down. Bye. Hi, Jazzy. Good night.